and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Penny, and today I'm going to show you how to make a practice limb if you're teaching a class that's where you're teaching about tourniquets. Okay, so I understand that pool noodles are usually the thing that people use to make practice limbs, but pool noodles are very hard to find this time of the year. Okay, I even tried to search for them and I couldn't find them. I mean, it would take a long time for them to get here if I ordered them, okay, through Amazon or something. My class is coming up in the next day or two, and I don't have time to wait for the pool noodles to come in. So I had to get really creative about what I need to do to get me a limb. So I'm going to show you some limbs that I created. This is one of my practice limbs, and you notice that this right here is the wound. Tried to make it look realistic, and then of course this right here is the heart. Okay, that's one of them. This is another one. Notice that there's the wound looks like a real open wound there, and there's the heart there. Okay, and there's the third one. Okay. All right. So now the first thing you're going to need now is a piece of pipe. Now you could get PVC piping from the store. I just so happen to find some of these around my house. I got a whole ton of these around the house. So I decided to use this instead of buying PVC type piping, but you can get PVC pipings real inexpensive, and it'll work great. The next thing you're going to need is this is going to take place of the pool noodle. So this is a $1 bubble pack envelope that you can get from the dollar store. Really inexpensive, but this works perfectly. And then you're going to need some tape, duct tape. Now I bought this from Walmart. Just happened to be at Walmart. And I found this color. I really like this color, but you can really go anywhere to get it. Any dollar store, they may have it. You might not get enough tape, but you can find duct tape anywhere. Very inexpensive. And I recommend using a lighter color like this because when I make the wound looks more realistic, and I'll show you that in just a moment. And then you're gonna need some clear tape. So when you draw the wound or make the wound, you're gonna be using something like fingernail polish. Okay, that's what I'm going to use for my fingernail polish. One of them I used food dye, but the food dye was too watery. When I wrapped the wound up and I pressed down on the wound, I got ink, the dye all on my hand. So I want to make sure that my students don't get dirty, get ink and dye all over their hands. So I changed over to the fingernail polish. Fingernail polish I know is going to dry quicker than the food dye. Okay, and then I'm going to need magic markers, permanent markers, again, so that the students, when they touch the limb, they don't get ink on them. I'm going to wrap the heart up anyway with the clear tape. So you need these, and I'm going to use this knife. It's got a nice pointy part here, but you can use scissors, you can use a razor. This I'm going to use to make the incision in the wound. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pipe, and I'm going to take my plastic bubble pack envelope or bubble wrap envelope. I'm going to pull this sticky part, and then I'm going to place this sticky part right here on the pipe so I can make sure it sticks. Then I'm just going to roll it up, making sure that the sticky part remains sticky to the pipe. This is just to keep it in place. Really don't have to be neat or anything like that. You just want to make sure it's rolled up and it stays in place. Alright, that's that. That's the first thing. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take my duct tape. Now this is the part that you're going to spend more time on. You got to put some muscle into it. I'm going to start at the end of this pipe here, and then I'm just going to wrap the tape around. Again, it don't really have to be neat or anything like that. You just want to wrap it so everything can be consistent. And when the students are handling the practice limb, it's easier for them to grip. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap this all around here. Like I said, this is the hardest part. Again, I got this tape from from the Walmart, but you can actually get this tape anywhere. I'm just going to keep going all the way around till you get to the end. Don't have to be really neat. Like I said, you just want to wrap all of the pipe up so that when the students grab a hold of it, they can have a good grip. Because remember, they're going to be wearing gloves. So I'm going to just make sure that they got a good grip. I'm going to tear that tape. All right, and there's the limb. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to make the incision. Now this is the fun part. I'm going to take that knife, and you can use the scissors, you can use razor, you can use, a knife like this, and you're just going to make an incision. Just like that. See that incision? And the thing I like about the bubble pack is that when you make that incision, it opens up like that. Alright, so there's the incision. Now I'm going to take my fingernail polish, and I'm just going to polish the inside of the wound to start making it look more realistic. Okay. Make sure you don't get it on your furniture. Right there. Don't get on your hands. Now you can put as much, as little, as much, but I know that this fingernail polish is going to dry up there. I'm just adding some touches around to make it look more realistic. See that? There's my wound. Okay. And I'm going to take the clear tape and I'm going to tape over the wound, making sure that I still leave that incision open like that, but I'm taking the tape and placing it over the wound so that the students don't touch the fingernail polish. Their hands and clothes don't get dirty. I recommend using bubble wrap because that makes it really look realistic, the bubble wrap. When you put an incision into the bubble wrap, it makes it look more realistic. Again, you don't have to be really neat with the tape. You just want to make sure that everything is covered. Alright, there we go. There's your wound. Again, it's not closed up, but it still looks like a wound. Okay, now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to draw the heart. Now I'm not a real artist, but I'm going to do the best that I can. So I'm going to draw like this, kind of make it like a U because the heart is like a U here. And then I'm going to try to draw the valves like that. Just kind of make it look like, all right, not the best artist, but I'll make do. Then I'm going to draw the veins, this, like this. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of color. This black color there. This not much. Okay. There's the heart. Okay. Now the reason why we have to draw the heart is because when you place the tourniquet on the limb, it has to be 2 to 3 inches above wherever the wound is, and it has to be closest to the heart. So we're just making sure that the heart is drawn here as our marker. And we're going to place the tourniquet 2 to 3 inches above this wound. Okay? Alright, so now I'm going to take the tape and I'm going to place it over the magic marker. So here is another limb. Okay, tell me what you think. Subscribe, like, share my YouTube video. And thanks for watching CPR Basics with Pennie O. See you next time.